costs in the state because it's really hot in the summer and you pay based on a tiered basis, and it's really cold in the winter because you pay on a tiered basis. And so when you set the standards and you require these energy producers to go out and to buy new energy, then they have to go out and they buy. And so they have to make these major investments, which cost multi-millions of dollars, $20 million, $30 million. And they have to put that on the back of some of their poorest residents that are paying the highest energy costs during the summer and the winter. And so if they could count their own energy they're generating, then they wouldn't have to go out and buy those facilities. And when they buy those facilities, they sell that energy off because they don't need it, right? So anyway, I went and I got shut down because they didn't need my vote. There were 21 votes in the assembly without having, or 41 without having to worry about me. And that's the kind of stuff that drives me crazy. I mean, it's like, come on, you know what? You're putting a higher energy cost on the backs of some of the poorest people just because you can. And I'm asking you as an urban legislator to recognize that we need to make some adjustments. So I have a bill on that this year. We'll see what, and the pushback I'm getting as well, we already decided we're not, and it's just for those irrigation districts. We already took care of that, and my mantra is we took care of it without really taking into consideration kind of a logical good science. There's no good science reason. As a matter of fact, it's written into the bill that you can start counting after 2035. You can count that hydro after 2035. Why? Why are we waiting? Another 20 years or so. So anyway, that's the kind of challenge that we have, and you end up getting cynical about kind of how some of this stuff ends up happening, and it's important, I think, that so let me just say as a footnote to all of that is that we have a goal for renewable energy, we have a goal for water conservation, we have a goal for greenhouse gas reduction. We have all these goals, but we have no goals on reducing poverty in the state. So I have the bill that would start setting some goals. And the really great thing is Assemblymember Ottenberg put together a task force through legislation that has studied poverty significantly. If you haven't seen the report, I recommend you take a look at it. It's got a whole list of things that we need to do in order to start working on reducing poverty. And so with a real focus on looking at deep poverty, there's 450,000 kids living in deep poverty, which is 50% of the federal poverty level. So they're living in their family on less than $12,500 a year. And the goals that we've set, there's the way to reduce that population, the way to eliminate deep poverty in the state of California is through a child care credit, tax credit, that basically helps to these particular families. And so I'm working on that as well. Because I just really think that if we have to do these environmental goals, but I also think there's a human side of it as well, which is we really want to inspire these families that are really struggling, that try to live on $12,500 a family of four.
You brought up a good point. I mean, it's a no-no to even think about building a dam now, but we have to rethink that a little bit. I mean, especially with more population moving in here, and with our water supply. I mean, we built Nacimiento and San Antonio back in the 60s, and they said at that time, the Army Corps of Engineers said, well, build one at Arroyo Seco, that's the next dam. If we built that, 95% of the water running out to the ocean is coming from Arroyo Seco coming down. If we build a dam there, then we wouldn't have any water problem now. And the regulations and how difficult it is to develop a desal project in California compared to Israel and Perth, Australia, and all the other places is really, we got to make it more affordable so we can provide water for our population and our workforce.
It looks like
yes.
our time has come to a close.
We could continue for probably another hour easily, but this has been a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for all of us together, one or the other. And what the couple of things that I'm coming is that we have such a representation of the nonprofit sector that brings arts to the environment, to women's issues, to Girl Scouts, and we're sort of this unique sector. So please think of us, NAMC, as a resource for you as you're putting things and working on your legislation, how we can connect with our constituents to help feed that, and vice versa. You will be getting letters from us, I'm sure, along the way, as we're informed and as we inform our members in our groups. But thank you.